Thank you very much for staying with us and joining us on the once again. Now we are bringing you some betting strategies that would ensure that you win huge amounts of money with sports betting. Stick and stay with us. Betting strategies that will win you a lot of money. We are going to have at least six of them. At least it can be more, but then at least six betting strategies that will win you huge amounts of money. Do well to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section. If you have any, it's always a pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much for staying. So let's start from the first betting strategy. We think that it's not how you think. It is tried and tested, that it's going to give you a lot of money if you are to stick with that. Is the first one is low odds and staking high. Low, see, most of the times we want to gather a lot of odds. Okay, we want to make the 120 odds, the 200 odds, the 500 odds, the 50 odds, the 80 odds, and then we stick low so that at least we can get a lot of money from it. But then that is part of the reasons, or one of the reasons why we actually do not win a lot with sports betting, because you would have to get about 50 or 30 games, 15, 22 games correct before you win such a bet, if you are to stake with such a long bet. So that is something that you don't have to be doing at all times. But then if you are to adopt this strategy, low odds, so you stake like 2 odds, 3 odds, and then you stake huge. Okay, 2 odds, 3 odds, 4 odds, 5 odds at most. With 5 odds, you will need about 2 or 3 correct predictions for games. So 2 or 3 games correct predictions, and then you'll be done. You get a point. To get 5 odds, you stake high, and then you get your big huge money to chop or to win. So that is a very important strategy that people really do not look at, but it is very, very important. Instead of you to wait for several teams to finish playing before you know whether you are cashing out or you are losing out big. In fact, one of the key things is that sometimes we will get huge chunk of these 120 odds, 500 odds. We will get a lot of them correct, but then just 1 or 2 games, just 3 games, and then we will start saying that, oh, because of 2 games we lost this bet, because of 3 games, because of 1 game, even sometimes because of just a goal. You went for over 1.5 in about 50 games or 50 correct predictions. You've gotten all of them. The 51st game, which you went for over 1.5, the team scored or won only 1-0, and you've lost all the correct predictions of the 51 games. So why don't you make it a 3-5 odds and then stick big on them, and then you will win. Now, that's the first strategy. The second is that after staking with the low odds, you do a rollover. That is what we call rollover. Now, what do we mean by rollover? If you are staking with 3 odds, and then maybe you stake, I'm in Ghana, so let me use Ghana for example. You stake 500 Ghana cedis on 2 odds. Okay, you're going to get that is 500 times 2, which is what? 5-2 is 10, so that's around 10,000 Ghana cedis, right? Oh, what am I talking about? That's around 1,000 Ghana cedis. Very good. So you are going to get around 1,000 Ghana cedis. So the next 2 or 3 odds you are staking, you are using your winnings to stake that odds. That is what we call rollover. When you use your winnings from the previous odds to stake in the subsequent odds, that is the rollover. And rollover is mostly done with few odds. So you get your 3 odds, you stake it. Okay, the winnings you will get from the odds, not your base amount of money you use to stake. The winnings you get from the odds, you use it as rollover in another 2 or 3 odds, and then you hope that you win. And then after winning, you keep doing rollover so that you can actually be saving from sports betting. People can't think that you can't save from sports. You can actually save from sports betting. So that is the second one, rollover. The next one is that team to win, best team to win either half. Now, PSG is playing versus Lyon. We know that technically PSG can win the game after full time. You can win the game, but then you can go for PSG to win either half, that is first half or second half. So if the game is, let's say PSG is losing 2-0 in the first half, unfortunately PSG is losing 2-0 in the first half. In the second half, when the game starts and PSG scores 1 goal and the game ends in 2-1, you've won the bet because you went PSG to win either half. All the sports betting sites have this particular option. You see, because you went for either half and PSG has lost the game, but then you still won. Again, PSG can win the first half and still lose the game at the end of full time, but then you will win the game. You will win your bet prediction. That is a very, very safe strategy to use, especially if you are going for a favorite team playing against somehow a tricky opponent. You get a point? So Manchester City is playing versus Chelsea. Everyone is saying Manchester City is the favorite team, but then Chelsea can be tricky. Chelsea can hit Manchester City, so go for Manchester City to win either half. If the game ends in a draw and you are fortunate that Manchester City was leading the first half, you've won your bet. If the game ends in a draw and you are fortunate that Manchester was losing 2-1, Manchester City was losing 2-1 at halftime, but then they came back in the second half to score 1-0 or to score 1 and the game ended in 2-2, you've won the bet because you went for Manchester City to win either half. So that is also another important strategy that gives people huge wins, and I'm sure you can adopt that particular one also. So the next strategy is you going for over and under bet. So over 1.5, over 2.5, over 0.5, over 3.5, over 4.5, and all the overs, and the under same for them. Now the overs, and sometimes, most of the times, we want to go for over 2.5 in the game, over 1.5 in the game, over 0.5 in the game. But then also there is this option where you can go for a specific team over 1.5, over 2.5, and over 3.5. So Liverpool is playing versus any team. You know that, okay, this game, Liverpool has the high tendency of scoring 2 or more goals. Now, you can go for over 2.5 in the game, as in the amount of goals or the number of goals that will be featured in the game from both sides will be over 3 goals. But then you can go specifically for Liverpool and say that Liverpool over 1.5, and I can bet you that Liverpool over 1.5 may be higher odd than over 2.5 in the whole game. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So that is it. You can go for specific teams over or under. So you know that Liverpool is playing versus Burnley. Liverpool will be attacking Burnley throughout the game. Burnley will hardly attack Liverpool. So you can say that Burnley under 1.5 in the game. Burnley will not score up to 2 goals. The best goal or the most goals Burnley will score is just the 1 goal. So you can actually go for Burnley under 1.5 or Burnley over 0.5. Do you get a point? So over and under in games, you can go for specific teams. That Porto versus this team, Porto will score 3 or more goals. Porto over 2.5. Manchester City versus Fulham, Man City is going to score more than 3 goals. So we are going for Manchester City over 2.5 instead of going for the whole game over 2.5, which will be a lower odd compared to Manchester City over 2.5. Do you get a point? Yes, so that is the next strategy you can adopt to win huge and very big in sports betting. Handicap slips. Now, again, Manchester City is playing versus Real Madrid. You know that, look, Real Madrid is the favorite to win the game, but then the odd for Real Madrid looks like a very huge odd. It is 2 odds, 2.3 or even 3 odds, and you know that Manchester City can also cause an upset. So why don't you go for handicap 2 goals for Real Madrid? So handicap is like this: you can actually dash another opponent, or let's say Real Madrid is playing versus Man City, you can dash Man City 2 goals, okay, and still say that Real Madrid will win. So that is handicap 2 goals for Man City and then Real Madrid win. But then you can also go handicap 2 goals for Real Madrid and then Real Madrid win. Do you get a point? So it means that if you go for handicap 2 goals for Real Madrid and Real Madrid win, it means if the game ends 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, 5-4, you've won the bet. Okay, you've won the bet. But then if you go for handicap 2 goals to Man City and then Real Madrid win, it means that before the game even started, you are saying that Real Madrid can dash Man City 2 goals and still win the game. So it means that Real Madrid has to score 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, 5-2, handicap 2 goals for City, and then still Real Madrid win. So handicap is also another strategy that you can actually win a lot with sports betting. You get a point? Yes. But then the favorite handicap I really like to go for is when I'm giving 2 goals, or I'm giving a number of goals, maybe 1 goal or 2 goals, 3 goals to the favorite to win, and then still going for their win. That is the safest handicap for me, because that will obviously make you not shiver too much when the game is going on. However the game goes, you know that the favorite will either win, draw, or will lose with a slim margin, and so you are going to win your game. Halftime bets. Now, a lot of the time you always want to stake full time. Just like I was talking about either team, the best team to win either half, you can actually go for win halftime. So Liverpool is playing versus a very lowly rated team, the team you know that Liverpool is going to win like 5-0. Obviously the halftime they are going to win, and halftime win most of the times comes with higher odds than, it's not most of the time, all the time comes with higher odds than the full-time win. Yes, because it's just 45 minutes. You are predicting that there will be a winner in 45 minutes as compared to somebody predicting there will be a winner in 90 minutes. So halftime wins are very, very important and will give you a lot of odds as well as a lot of money to win over there. And most of the halftime, you don't go for teams you don't really trust. You go for teams you trust, teams you know that, look, this team is going to win and win big. That is when PSG is playing versus Strasbourg or in the French league, and they are playing at home. You know that at least halftime PSG is going to lead by 1-0. Man City is playing versus a struggling Bournemouth side. You know that at least at the Etihad, Manchester City is going to lead by 2 goals at halftime. So you go for halftime win instead of full-time win, which you are even going to wait for a more time. You are going to wait for 45 minutes more. If you go for a full-time win before you know whether you've won the bet or not. Now, try new experiences. That is the next strategy for you. Try new experiences. Most of the time, people always want to stick on football. When the football season is over, they are not sticking anywhere. Now, there is Betway Aviator. It's a new experience Betway introduced onto their platform. Why don't you try that one? Why don't you try Betway Aviator? Why don't you try basketball betting? Why don't you try tennis betting? Why don't you try horse racing? Why don't you try new experiences? A lot of games are on all of these betting platforms. Irrespective of the country you are watching us from, a lot of games are on that particular betting platform. Why don't you try new experiences? But then above all, you have to bet responsibly. It's very important that the strategies are tried and tested, but then sometimes it will not go your way. You have to bet responsibly. That is your biggest strategy to win big. Don't say that they are chopping me, or I'm losing money, so let me pump in more money. If you do that, you are going to lose more money. Bet responsibly. Be disciplined. If you want to bet an amount of money during the day, be disciplined that if this amount of money finishes and I've not won any bet, I'm going to stop betting. I'm not going to bring another money from elsewhere to go to come and bet, because the more you do that, the more you are going to lose games, lose the bets, and the more you are going to lose your money. Okay, so be responsible when betting, and then be very, very disciplined when betting. Thank you very much for staying with us for this particular strategies. Do what to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell and select all. Leave your thoughts and comments below in the comment section if you have any. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. I'll definitely see you in the next update. Bye bye.